was then. Like, why did she want Paul D to touch her on the inside parts? And then in my head, she was pregnant by him. No?
In my mind too. They never
Okay.
said it, but in my mind too. I think so. The larger piece that we haven't really talked about is like how this story is metaphorical about like the consequences of slavery and how it impacts and it creates trauma and it haunts you. And if it's not extinguished, it can birth something new.
Mm.
So I think
Mm-hmm.
her being the spirit or the consequence, the residual energy left over from slavery in this particular family, then has sex with this man in this vessel. And I think it could have had the opportunity if birthed, if the community hadn't come up and said, we're banding with you instead of letting you do this alone. And the way that we caused this, we allowed that to happen a long time ago. We're going to ban this out before the birth of this kid. And I think if that kid had been born, then it would have caused destruction.
Mm.
So I think, yes, she was pregnant, but I don't think the pregnancy, I think it's like almost, what is it with Daredevil when you step in and out of the fourth lens, the fourth wall?
I don't I don't
When
know.
you're breaking the fourth wall.
Oh, when you
So
break the fourth wall and you're talking to
yes,
the people on the other. Yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah.
So I wonder if this is like a literary version of breaking the fourth wall, where it's like that pregnancy doesn't have anything to do with the story itself that was playing out. I feel like it's more of a message to the reader, like us right now, like we going back and forth between being in the story and applying it to real life. And that if that pregnancy births something, then it could be much worse and much more evil than what we ever came from. So we need to do everything. Community got to come together,
At this
knock that
moment.
shit out
Yeah.
before that can even be before it can even come earthside.
Ooh. Wow. Because I was wondering why it just, here's the thing. Me and my friend Kelly were talking about this too when we were discussing Sula. Toni Morrison does not write any more than what she has to write. And
Yeah.
she's not someone who just like puts fluff in there, right?
Nope. Nope.
And so once she reaches her message, that's it. Like that character, you could just never hear from them again.
Yep.
And that's, to me, after hearing you say that, that's exactly what happened with this pregnancy.
Yeah.
Like
She's
that
gone.
message was fix your shit,
Yes.
get it
Come
together.
together.
You have this amount of time to get it together, or the shit's gonna blow. Okay?
And everything got a season. Everything got a time to develop. Bring it on back around, homies.
And
Bring
they
it on back
did.
around. Yeah.
And they did.